Broadcasting live from the South Puget Sound, it's the Everyday Brother Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Everyday Podcast. Today, I don't know where I'm going to go with this because it's been a while since I got to sit down and actually talk about anything. You know, I've had a lot of life happen, and a lot of it not for the good. I had a few deaths in the family, but we're back at it. But you know, nobody wants to hear about your problems. I think the world is finally starting to wake up and seeing that capitalism and everything is just not going to work. Well, it works for some, but it doesn't work for all. You know, here in this country, we've had a problem about, manufacturing. You know, when I was growing up in the 90s, I remember when Bill Clinton signed NAFTA and he sent all our jobs down to Mexico. And they were like, well, we're going to go down here because it spreads it out, whatever bullshit it was giving us. But all the while not knowing that these companies were in pursuit of cheaper labor because they didn't want to pay the American people anything. Now, I get it. First thing in business, you have to lower your costs. But this country has a problem alone that's caused so much that it hurts its own people. And now those chickens are coming home to roost. With the tariffs in place that Donald Trump put in place here, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't necessarily, that I disagree with them, because I do agree with them. You have to have a manufacturing base in your country. Because if we were to go to war, we can't build war material quick as the other countries can that it has an industrial base. But in that same sense, I don't know where I'm going with this. I think, the best way I can say it, these companies aren't loyal to you. With people getting laid off, losing their jobs, the first thing they always want to cut is the human capital. Just a couple years ago, they were saying that we couldn't get any people to work, that you're a necessary worker. Well, it just goes so you're only necessary as long as they need you. And obviously that's not long. People seem to have short memories in this country. And it's a shame. Because what I've gathered out this in my 47 years of life, that loyalty doesn't pay. The harder you work, the harder they abuse you and discard you. And it is what it is. And I think people should act accordingly. Now, I don't know what the future holds. Not for this country, not for anything, not even for my own family. Because right now, you only can take everything day by day. But what I do believe is that somebody's going to pay. Something's going to happen. Something's going to snap. I don't know what it is. I don't know when it's going to happen. But it feels like we're on the edge of something. And it feels very powerful. And I don't know how these cars are going to fall. So all I can say to the people out here listening to the sound of my voice, prepare yourself if you haven't already been preparing. And this is the Everyday Brother signing out, and I will talk to you again later. Peace.